Fun fight. A little bit of a mismatch, though, right? Bruno Silva, Blindado, versus GM3, man. Gerald Meerschaert III. And while GM3, this dude, at any given moment, man, he could submit you. You know what I mean? Yeah, you lost your last fight to Krzysztof Jocko. But if you look at those 3 fights, for Fabinski, where he guillotined him, Mahmoud Murdoch, huge upset. Dude was like a plus 500 underdog there. Ended up rear naked choke on Murdoch. And then the fight that he was losing against Dustin Stoltzfus, where he came back and choked out Stoltzfus. He can submit you at any given time. I just think Bruno Silva is a dude who we have to give much more respect for. We already had a lot of respect for this dude, right? But after the Alex Paeta performance and how Paeta has been starching everybody, I think we need to respect Bruno Silva a lot more, because Sean Strickland ate a left hook from Paeta and crumbled. Silva ate like a bunch of shots from Paeta and just he was a little wobbled, but he was able to stay in the fight for a decision. I'm not announcing Paeta being this massive, he's the next champion right here, you know what I mean? Even though he's about to fight for a title. I'm not saying that. But I'm saying Bruno Silva, man, to hang with him, impressive now that the fight has aged well. Let's talk about this matchup here. I don't want to be disrespectful here, AJ, because I have nothing but the utmost respect for GM3 and what he's accomplished in the game. But what are the odds that this fight gets out the first round? That Bruno Silva just doesn't knock him out in the first round? What are the odds on that?
Ooh, I think pretty good, man. I mean, GM3, he's having a little bit of a rough streak. Don't get me wrong. I think it makes it out of the first. Are you expecting? Are you expecting not?
Let me point at something. You see that right there for the good folks who are watching? Minus 160 for a TKO prop on Bruno Silva, and that's only growing. That's not like it's shrinking. That's growing. I think it's rough, man. I think that Bruno Silva might give GM3 the Khamzat Chimaev treatment, man, and just hit him with that one shot, one hitter quitter. And the reason why I say that is because let's not forget, it's not like Bruno Silva is like this dude who doesn't know how to do jiu-jitsu, who's gets on the ground, it's game over. The dude's jiu-jitsu is phenomenal. He has phenomenal jiu-jitsu, but he's of the Gregory Rodriguez mold where he's like, well, why use jiu-jitsu when I can just knock you out? You know what I mean? So it's at a detriment sometimes, but I think that he has the wherewithal to be able to avoid the Gerald Meerschaert grabbing him, body lock, pull guard. I think he avoids that. He keeps it on the feet, man. And I think that on the feet, this is going to be a very tough fight for GM3 to win. I'm going to be honest with you. I don't have too much of an assessment here. I got Bruno Silva first round knockout.
I mean, I can see it. Don't get me wrong, bro. And the thing that worries about me is GM3, even though he's so experienced at 34 and 15, he's got a little bit of that Dusko in him. He's got a little bit of when the pressure starts coming. And I think that minus 160 prop comes a little bit from the Khamzat starch fest that Gerald Meerschaert was on the tail end of. Man, I'm doing him a little bit more justice. I'm gonna go Bruno Silva TKO round 2. What's the over and under?
Over and under is 2.5 rounds, brother. Over and under is 2.5 rounds on this fight. It's a pick'em, minus 115 a pop for the over and for the under. So the odds makers are a little undecided. I just think that if you look at when Wellington Turman fought Bruno Silva, right? What happened? Wellington Turman has good hands, excellent jiu-jitsu, and he got starched bad. You know what I mean? In a fight that he was kind of winning. And then Silva hits you, and it's different. It just impacts you differently. So I'm not, like I said, no disrespect for GM3. I think that he's a formidable opponent. The submission prop on him, plus 525, which is even crazy for a dude who submits everybody, right? This dude has 26 submission wins in his career, and is a plus 525 for the submission. So that's something to think about. Minus 160 TKO prop for Bruno Silva. I'm going to be honest with you folks. Would I take the prop? I'm saying I think he wins by TKO. It's tough because there's no value in the money line, minus 310. Hardly value in the TKO prop, minus 160. I don't know, man. This could be just a stay away. This could honestly just be a stay away in terms of the betting perspective, but just for the sake of the pick, yeah, we'll rock with the TKO here, Bruno Silva. But AJ, man, the last thing on here is that, I'm not saying there's no path to victory for GM3. It's just how did GM3 even initiate a takedown on Bruno Silva? I'm saying this dude is so well-rounded. How do you can't initiate the takedown, or else you're at risk of getting submitted or ground and pound finished. You can't stand with him, or you're probably going to get knocked out. This is just a rough matchup, right?
Yeah, it's a rough matchup. It's a very rough matchup, and I think one of the big problems for GM3 is he's always game no matter the opponent. And sometimes that doesn't lead to the best of things, man. And as much as you can't gift GM3 your neck, because he will take it home with you, yeah. I think Bruno Silva is just a little bit better than to be caught in those kind of situations, which it could happen. I mean, that plus 525 submission is, it's looming. It's there. It could happen. Will it? I doubt it.
Yeah, I don't know, man. I just think for GM3, he does have a reach advantage, right? We're looking at about a like a 3.5-inch reach advantage, pop that jab, man. Try to keep him at distance. But like I said, I anticipate a short night. So that is your pick right there. And that is